Welcome back. My name is JesseMcDesign, and today we're going to be going on a little adventure looking for some Halloween decor and possibly purchasing some stuff, and we'll see what happens. Also, before we get started, I made some custom tees. I didn't screen print them. This is just my design. It's on a custom pocket tee. It's kind of hard to see the pocket in the black, but you can see them peeking out there. I call them a little pocket pal. This is a nice little custom snake design. And then on the back, there's just a little S logo. It's Stare It is kind of something I'm playing with. But you can go to my website and check it out. They're for sale on there. And a lot of things you see me make on here are for sale on there as well. So go check it out. Thanks. So this morning I had to run some errands, and I decided I was gonna stop at a couple places and see if they had any Halloween out yet. I went to Michael's a week or two ago and they didn't have anything. They had like a couple signage, like they were getting ready for it. I decided it was probably time to go out and see if anything was worth buying. The first place we went to was At Home. It's probably one of my favorite places in the area. They usually come out pretty early and they have a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna slip in the clip of the aisles that was out already. It wasn't much, but it was pretty good stuff, especially At Home. I went to two other places and we'll get to those later. But like I said, it was maybe an aisle and like a middle of the store section thing where they had the big display of all the big blow up things for outside. So I definitely could have bought pretty much everything in the main aisle. I like most of it. This stuff can get expensive, so I try to hold myself back as best as I can, you know. I did pick up a couple things, but at the very end we'll go over the haul of this video and see what I did purchase. So after that we went to Joann's. Again, they didn't have very much. They had like an aisle and maybe a little end cap. It wasn't really anything I was really interested in. I try to keep what I pick realistic, if you want to say stuff like that. Like I'm very particular in like the certain skulls I buy. Like I don't like super cheesy like plastic fake looking stuff, unless you're going for like that vintage like blow mold stuff. That stuff's kind of cool, but it's a whole different thing. So yeah, Joann, they had their usual bare wood craft stuff that you can paint yourself and all that stuff's pretty cool too. But I again, stuff like that, if I think I can make it myself, I try not to buy it, and I do make it myself. Little spoiler alert, I guess. My next video, maybe, or in the next couple, I built myself one of those casket shelves that everybody seems to like. I've been wanting to do it for years, but I'm pretty happy I got it all done. I'm still just working on getting the video out already. Alright, so lastly we went to Michael's. That was where I went a week or two ago, and they had some signage out. They had their little display papers out to show them how to set up everything, so I knew it was going to be coming within the next couple of days or a week or so. And again, not a huge selection. My area doesn't seem, they're pretty slow when it comes to rolling this stuff out. It is middle of June or middle of July, so it will be coming out soon. They did have a couple things I like. They usually do. But I picked up one thing from there, and we'll get to that right now. Alright, so like I said, At Home had, I don't know, whatever that collection they have going on in that aisle is pretty good stuff. I like it a lot. There's a couple things that are very expensive. There was, on the bottom shelf, there was a big, it looked like a marble cut out thing, but it was like a hard plastic type deal of the lady with the veil on her face and like the rose crown thing. I like that a lot. It looked super cool, but it was like $70. I'm gonna hold off on that for a little while, but I might end up purchasing that one. I did get the little vulture holding the lantern candlestick thing. I actually just got a vulture tattoo. Still getting it worked out. But it seems fitting. I've seen these being posted quite a bit. I like it. It's pretty cool. I might get another one to have a symmetry thing going on. I like the whole symmetry look on a lot of stuff. But I like this. It's good quality. The lantern is like a thin metal. The whole thing feels solid. It's heavy. It's not going to tip over or anything crazy. And this does light up. I don't have any... it's not, I have to put some batteries in it, but... Alright, so this one I saw, I was kind of surprised. I didn't really know that At Home had this thing, but it's like the Wraith from Cracker Barrel, but it's kind of slightly different, and I'm not sure what the size of the Wraith, the smaller one is, but this is a pretty good size, and it does light up from the inside, and it has this slit that goes down, and the light comes out of there as well. I actually put some batteries in this, and you can just see how the light peeks through there. I like that a lot. It's super cool. And I don't have a lot of like white or light stuff. I tend to go for the darker blacks and natural materials and stuff, but so this will create a good contrast in a lot of stuff I put out. I'm a pretty big candle person. I have candles that I burn pretty regularly. That just cheapo candles, just so like I like my place to smell nice. Is pretty much the thing. But I also get nice. I like to get like just weird decorative candles that I may or may not light from time to time for short periods of time. But they had these really cool tombstone candles. They're super thick, and then they had the coffin one, the RIP and a little skull on there. But again, super thick. They're super solid. I like especially like the tombstone because it looks like a, you know, it looks fairly real with just the texture of it and everything. And lastly, you may have seen this chubby little toad guy. I decided to pick him up. I'll put him in like the little corner on the floor somewhere, and just he'll be hanging out. And then lastly, I got one thing from Michael's. There again, not much is out right now. I wasn't expecting to buy even as much as I did, honestly. And I wasn't even gonna do this video, but I decided to anyway. And I got this little skull planter, I suppose, that hangs. And again, I'm super specific on my skulls. This one looks pretty realistic, you know, even on the underside it's all gnarly, and so I'm super happy with it. Some things I even I'll do like a light dirty wash and wipe it down to make it look dirty and like more realistic. I've done that to a lot of my plastic pumpkins. There's some I'm gonna get to this year and get all of them looking like that, because I think they look a lot better than the like bright orange plasticky look. They just a quick water with a little bit of black or brown or a mix of that paint, maybe some tan or something, and it looks like mud, and just wipe it off. It makes a big difference. It really does. That was all I got. If you like what you saw, please hit the thumbs up. It helps. If you want to see more, I'm usually over here making things. I don't really do a vloggy type stuff much, but if you like creative stuff and more artsy stuff, you know, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.